never won young people, and I won it by 36 points, and I focused on TikTok. So perhaps I shouldn't say this, but I have a little warm spot in my heart for TikTok.
TikTok. I was like, I think he meant TikTok. He had it right the first time, but then he messes up and says TikTok. Does that tell you that we have a president who's not all there? Yeah. So anyways, good afternoon, guys. It's Sunday. It's a rainy day today. And I got a lot done this weekend financially. So as you guys know, I had said in my last video that I was preparing to buy another home. This home right here. But it seemed to me I had a pretty good realtor, and she was very well connected, and she was a hard worker, friendly, super professional realtor. And from talking with her, I found out very quickly that the grass is not greener on the other side. You see, initially I decided to buy another home because I didn't think I was getting the most out of my HOA community. So financially, I didn't put too much thought into it, but I should have. Because my HOA is paying for things that it wouldn't be a bad idea if I stayed. For example, my HOA is actually paying my water and sewage. They're paying for my Wi-Fi, and they're paying for my cable TV. There's over $200 worth of stuff in utilities that I'm not paying. Water and sewage, cable TV, and Wi-Fi. If I was to pay for all those things separate in a non-HOA community, then that would be close to $300. My HOA is only $280. So anyways, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to those people just checking out my channel for the first time. If you guys find something in my channel that resonates with you, then please consider on subscribing. We'll be right back with more.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
Actually a great time to stay in the house. You see, yesterday I was home all day long, and I had a lot of things on my mind. I was preparing to dish out a few $1,000s in a earnest money or cash deposit, a down payment on that home I just showed you guys. And while I was doing that, my realtor Dina was texting me all the electronic documentation that needed to be signed electronically. And this past week she said to me, I'm looking at your HOA and your discussion for buying a new home is you don't like the HOA. But let's see what your HOA is covering. Because Stephanie, you have a really nice house. I've sold a home or two in this community, and I think you have one of the nicest one. And she showed me a house in my community that's freestanding, because there are homes just like mine in my community that's not connected. The outer ring of my community are all single homes with the same style, same raised ceilings, same designs. Even though my home is in its naturally original state, that means that my previous owners never upgraded it. They kept everything the same. But the home in itself is immaculate. There's nothing wrong with it. It's turnkey. So she said, look at all the things that your HOA is covering, that if you sell your house and get into a freestanding home on its own lot, then the things that your HOA is paying for, you would have to pay in addition to your mortgage and your insurance and your taxes every year. So you will be paying a lot more than you're paying now. So I thought about it after we had that discussion, and that evening I texted her back, and also with my financial lenders, I said, hey guys, thank you so much for assisting me. You guys have been nothing but professional, and I have deep respect for the both of you. And with that being said, I texted my message letting them know that at this time, I'm just going to stay put. And that concluded it. I'm going to stay in my home for as long as I can until I can't maintain it anymore. But this is supposed to be my retirement home. So that's it, guys. I'm not selling my home. I'm not buying another one. And I only moved here just over a year and a half ago. And I was disappointed with the HOA for many different reasons. Not just because I was trying to get rid of the HOA fee, but I'm not used to receiving letters about certain things that need to be cleaned, when in fact I clean my home way before they do any inspections. That's right, inspections. Because HOA members, along with the community management that takes care of the grounds, the common grounds, and the exterior of the homes, they do an inspection every year. And their inspection is not very specific. But what they do is they prepare one letter that covers possibilities of issues that every homeowner is possibly having. So what I did was I took the letter very personal, and I didn't like it. That's just how I am. I do take some things, some criticism very personal throughout my life, and I apply that to them. Last year I had issues with them, and it seemed to just dissolve on its own. They never followed up. As a matter of fact, the people that are responsible for the inspections ended up terminating their position in the board members for the HOA, and now they got new board members. So that's just the way it is. At least they maintain my investment, my home, and the rest is just history. So I'm good with it. So anyways, it's a rainy day today, guys. There isn't a whole lot to do in this little town anyways. It's a very quiet town. It's Sunday, it's raining, and traffic is very comfortable. It's not congested, because if this was a clear day, non-gray looking skies, we'd have heavy traffic, bumper to bumper, and right now it's just very comfortable. So I'm feeling kind of lucky today, so I'm playing a little quick pick in Florida Lotto. You never know. You're not going to win if you don't play. And we all know what the odds are. So I needed to get out of the house and just stretch my legs a little bit. And I'm not a big gambler, and I just wanted to see I just wanted to get out of the house. There was nothing to see. Just get out of the house, stretch my legs, get a little fresh air. And I've been looking at the four walls all day today. Later this evening when I go home, I'm going to wash my laundry. I watched the movie last night, so I was up till 1 o'clock. And did my groceries yesterday. I shopped yesterday for 2 weeks. And the other thing I did was, I had originally withdrew some money so I can pay my my down payment on my home and all, and pay all the things associated with buying a home, like inspection, appraisal cost, and everything associated with buying a house. And I didn't put that money back into my savings. Instead, I took that money and I paid off all of my credit cards. And it feels good not to have any bills. The only bills I have is my mortgage. So it feels nice. So the other reason why I didn't want to go through purchasing another home is a simple fact that the economy right now has tanked, and people have lost money on their 401k, their retirement, their investments. The interest rate has gone up or is going up, and I have this sinking feeling in my gut that I probably wasn't making a good decision with buying a home in this failing economy. We don't have to accept this mental retard and his administration that's in the White House. I know what you're saying, guys. Now come on, Stephanie, you said you're not going to get political. I'm not getting political. I'm just describing to you guys my feeling on other reasons why I don't want to buy a home right now. I want to stay put. The economy, to me, is not a great time to be making any large purchases. And it's a good time to try to pay off any debt that you have. Okay? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. The market has tanked, guys. Retail industry is not that great. People are watching their spending. Their confidence level has dropped significantly. All right? I had to reduce my contribution to my retirement because every time I look at my 401k, it looks like it's shrinking. It's shrinking. A couple of weeks ago, I went to work and I was walking in the break room and I overheard an associate complaining to another associate how the CEO of my company is tanking his 401k in his retirement. When I overheard this, I said to myself, is this guy a retard or what? He's blaming the company CEO for tanking his 401k. Yes, this associate is a MAGA Republican Trump supporter who don't have no education or a single iota about what's happening. He's literally blaming the CEO instead of blaming Trump. It's the goddamn tariffs that's fucking up our economy. It's the tariffs that's shaking up Wall Street and NASDAQ. It's the tariffs and the decline in our economy that's crashing our markets. Your 401k is taking a big hit, just like mine's. This associate standing there telling him this. And I looked at him, I said, excuse me? You think the CEO is the one that's tanking the economy and the one that's driving your interest down on your 401k? Are you serious? He looked at me, he got really flustered, and he just walked away. This is what we're dealing with. These are the people that voted for Trump. Okay? This is why, if you're at your job and you're going to have a contested face-to-face conversation with a coworker, you know what, guys? Don't do it. It's not worth it. Because it's going to go one stupid ear out the other stupid ear. And in the middle is a stupid brain. A stupid brain, guys. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with brain-dead people in society. These are the people that got this nut job, this nutcase in office. Okay? Mr. Tic-Tac Man. Tic-Tac Man. Anyways, I said enough, guys. I'm going to go in here. I might want to buy a brand new pair of sneakers because my other sneakers, you know how sneakers get? They get really stinky. And then when you wash them, they never smell the same or feel the same. They feel like mush on your feet. So I'm going to see what they got for sneakers here. And maybe a couple of comfortable clothes to wear around the house. And I'll see you guys shortly. If I don't come back to post anything, I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice Mother's Day for everybody, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
This room would even suggest that President Trump is doing anything for his own benefit. He left a life of luxury, a life of running a very successful real estate empire for public service, not just once, but twice. And again...